Wix has over 280 million users worldwide. It's probably one of the most recognizable and popular website builders out there. Lots of people use it because you don't have to be able to code, and it can seem like an easy option. And the clients that I work with in the health and well-being sector, often many of them have used Wix to build their first website. And I know that a lot of freelancers and small business professionals use it in all different types of sectors and industries. For anyone who hasn't used it, Wix is a drag and drop website builder. No coding required. Everything is online and you can manage it from anywhere. And it's designed so that anyone can get a professional looking website live quickly. And that's genuinely true, you can. So who is it a good fit for? Solo traders, small service businesses, people who want something professional online without hiring a developer, or learning something too technical, someone who values speed and simplicity over control. Who is it not a good fit for? Anyone who wants to fully own their website, needing strong visibility on Google, is planning to grow significantly, or wants the freedom to work with any web designer or developer they choose in the future. Wix is a closed platform. Once you build your site on Wix, you cannot take it and move it somewhere else. You are committing to their platform and their pricing for as long as your site exists. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it's a decision you need to make with your eyes open. Let's talk money. The Wix plan, the one that they recommend, is roughly £25 a month in the UK, but it's probably going to be about £3 or £4 more when you add the taxes on, and this is when you pay annually. Remember to check out the small print below. So if you are on the £25 a month plan, that's £300 a year, and over 3 years, that's £900. That's assuming they don't increase the price during that time. And that's also before you add any extra tools for things like booking software or email marketing, each of which comes with its own separate monthly cost on top. What you're essentially paying for with Wix is a simple, more hands-off experience, because you don't have to spend time ensuring that it's updated like you have to do with something like WordPress, which is a high maintenance platform. With WordPress, you are constantly having to update its plugins so that any integrations you may have, such as contact forms or linking with social media platforms, continue to work and don't break your site. With Wix, because you don't have to do any of that, you're paying for a simpler life. Let's look at the templates. They have loads, over 900, and I'll be honest, they mostly look genuinely good, modern, professional, and they cover a wide range of industries, including business, health and wellness, and creative arts. But here's the thing I want you to watch out for. Once you choose a template and start building, you cannot switch to a different one later without essentially starting from scratch. So take your time picking. This is not a decision you want to revisit 6 months in. Also worth checking is how your chosen template looks on a phone before you commit to it. Some templates don't behave perfectly on mobile, and for a service business especially, that matters because most people searching for you locally will be on their phone. So here are the pros. 1, it's quick and easy to set up. Something professional can be live within a day. 2, hosting is included, no separate company to deal with, and there's no technical setup. 3, there's no ongoing technical maintenance, no updates to install, and no security worries. Wix handles all of that behind the scenes. 4, there's over 900 templates. A lot of them are modern and clean straight out of the box. 5, Wix now has an AI website builder built in. You can describe your business and it will generate a starter site in minutes. That's genuinely impressive for getting something off the ground quickly. You describe your business in plain language and it generates a site for you. So how well does Wix show up on Google? Wix used to have a poor reputation for showing up on Google, and I want to be fair, it has genuinely improved. You now have good control over how your pages appear in search results, and a lot of the technical background work is handled automatically. For most small businesses, that's fine. But here's my honest take. For example, if you're a health practitioner trying to show up when somebody nearby searches for you, a properly built, hand-coded or WordPress website still tends to get you more control and better results for that kind of local searching. Now, let's just look back at the cons. First, you're locked into Wix. You can't move your site to another platform, and you can't easily hand it to any web designer you choose. I came across someone who was quoted £2,500 just to make changes to their existing Wix site because the person they approached didn't work in the Wix's system. So that's a real thing that happens, so you need to be aware of that. Second, template locking. You need to choose carefully from the start, because if you do decide that, oh, I really like that other template I saw a couple of weeks ago, if you want to change, you will have to start all over again, which is just such a pain. Third, cost over time. Monthly fees can increase at any time. Wix sets the fees, obviously, and Wix can change the fees at any time. And if you want to keep your site with them, then you have to keep paying whatever they decide they want to charge. Fourth, it's likely that if you want certain types of functionality in your website, that you will have to pay for third-party apps through the Wix market space, such as e-commerce apps, and they will each have monthly costs, which again can go up at any time. Fifth, Google visibility has a ceiling. For competitive local search, it still lags behind a properly built WordPress site or a hand-coded site. So is Wix worth it in 2026? If you're a solo trader or a small business owner who wants something professional online quickly, doesn't want to deal with anything technical, and isn't relying heavily on people finding you through Google, Wix is a genuinely solid choice. It looks good, it works well, and it will save you a lot of headaches. But if you want full ownership, stronger visibility on Google, and more control over the long term, there are better options out there. Either way, go in with your eyes open about being locked into the platform. That's something to really be aware of. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one.